is your man Stan with the concept. I'm here today with a well-known, legendary DJ in the DFW area. Well, known much beyond the DFW area. My man Easy Eddie D. How you doing today, man?
Fantastic. You doing all right?
Oh yeah, man. Good to have you on the show, man.
Too, man.
Yo, let's just go ahead and go right into it.
Yeah.
As of right now, you're the second longest running DJ in the industry right now on radio.
Yeah.
Man, how do that make you feel?
Man, I'm actually, to be honest, man, I'm very honored. You know, this whole journey actually started, you know, I guess pre-1984. But, you know, I'm here now. I actually got my show in '87. But, yeah, man, I'm honored, man. You know, it's a lot of hard work, a lot of sacrifice, you know, but, you know, it's hip-hop. She's calling. What am I going to do?
Oh, yeah, oh, yeah, oh, yeah. Let's see, and you're doing a lot of production work now.
Yeah. I've been doing a few things. I'm just really, and it almost seems like a sin to use this term, underground, but, you know, I've always believed that that's what it was. And underground doesn't mean that you're too difficult for maybe mainstream anything to understand. It's just something that comes from the heart. I think underground just means you come from the heart, really. Like, there's no real formula for you. There's nothing you're doing, but you're just trying to, you know, exude dopeness. You know? So, yeah, but yeah, I do like underground hip hop, and yeah, I've worked with a few artists.
Okay, yeah. Who are some of the groups that you're working with right now?
Right now, I am actually working with Shamir. He's one of the cats that I'm working with. There's a gentleman by the name of Clay Pendergrass. I'm doing some stuff with him on kind of like, it's kind of hard to explain, but it's like some live instrumentation things. We're doing some art along with it, so it's like this kind of total package where, you know, the music's going to be live musicianship for the most part, and the art's going to be done by, I mean, it's just a lot of real nice kind of old school techniques that we're going to employ with this one. I'm doing some work with a couple of groups that, you know, I'm not really at liberty to say. I'll be doing some remixes and try to incorporate some of my DJing techniques into some music. So I'm just doing some things like that. So right now, that's it for now, you know what I mean? That keeps you pretty busy, along with my own DJing thing, so, yeah.
Are there any other producers that you incorporate with when it comes down to production?
Not necessarily. Well, Clay Pendergrass, he's one. He produces a lot of stuff himself. And I'll honestly be honest with you, I'm always open and ready to do any kind of collabo with different producers, even different DJs, you know what I mean? Because different styles will breed a different form of music. So right now, just really him, but for the most part, and I work with Slago, who's on my show. He's a producer, but we don't necessarily produce any music together. We just produce a radio show together. Okay,
okay. And how long have your radio show been running?
Well, I've been on since 1987, and we're now in 2012. So I like to let everybody else do the math. So from '87 to 2012, and I actually probably was really off maybe 1 or 2 years out of that time. I was actually off the radio, and Rodney did the show for about a year, I think a year and a half, something like that. So I came back after that, and I've been there ever since.
Okay, and let's see, are there any clubs that you're spinning at now?
Yeah, for the most part, it's really Lee Harvey's. I've got gigs up and coming. Like, I do a lot of art shows and stuff like that, art openings. I've done openings for furniture, so I do really strange things, weddings and stuff like that. But as far as club things, I really don't do a lot of club things. I do bar things. I spin out a lot of bars and stuff like that, to where I can play what I want to play. That's really important to me. To, you know, it's a lost cause for DJs. If you play in the club, you have to play what they tell you to play. And when I play in bars, I get to play. They trust me to play what I want to play. and I go all over the, I use all types of music when I play.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Man, that's cool, man.
Yeah.
Let's see. Another thing that I was wanting to ask you about. Let's see. I was wanting to go into talking about the state of hip hop nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. How do you feel about where hip hop is at right now?
Well, that's kind of an interesting question because for the most part, you kind of go through these. There was this phase where hip hop was dead. There's the reality that getting signed to a major label isn't really a reality anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Even the journey of trying to be an independent hip hop artist is pretty difficult now.
Mm-hmm.
I think that the state of hip hop, just because you gotta dig for things, I really think the state of hip hop is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest, kids are still producing. I'm a b-boy at heart, so
Mm-hmm.
I always, I don't want to separate the elements of DJing, breakdancing, graffiti, the whole art, the whole culture. I think it's important that you incorporate that in all that you do. And as you see, hip hop has tried to separate all those things and keep them as a different entity. But to me, I think they're one and the same, just like it was in a Wild Style. You know what I mean? When Fab Five Freddy created that movie, that set the tone for, okay, this is what it is for me, and that's what the sort of founders of hip hop deemed it to be. So I'm gonna keep it like that. I'm gonna respect that greed. That not that greed, that pedigree, that that decree of hip hop. That these are the elements. Let's do this. So those kids are still doing it. These kids are still doing it. B-boy and B-girls are still around. You don't see it as much as you would like to, but I do know from a global perspective, hip hop is the bomb right now. It's doing real well. It's doing real well. I learned not to look at the radio to judge how the state of hip hop, because hip hop's never been on there. You know what I'm saying? It's never been there. So we've survived this long without really ever being there per se. Except for like my show, and there were some shows. Hip hop had its time on the radio, but things have changed, and now it's I don't even know how many hip hop radio stations are still on. That when I say hip hop, I'm not talking about that hip hop and R&B, that old crap they tried to sell off as hip hop. I don't know how many real hip hop shows there are actually on the radio now. I have no idea. I'd like to find that out though.
Yeah, I personally think that there's been a corporate takeover, and ever since corporate took over basically real hip hop was pretty much pushed out the door. It had a really short life on radio.
No doubt. And you're right. Corporate greed. Once they found out how they could make $1 out of it, they took over it and deemed it what we see now. And people believe that to be that's what it is, and it's a shame because hip hop has so much more to offer than what radio and sort of a TV kind of want us to, what they project hip hop to be.
Yeah, it's like really, hip hop is basically, it's international. When they first started pressing it up, all the labels thought that it wasn't going to last no longer than 10 years, And so here it is, it's still strong, still alive and well today. You know what I'm saying? Hip hop it's a culture.
I can remember, I'm going to date myself here so people understand. I'll be 51 this year. I think that for me, when I became in hip hop, what really kind of tripped me out was that people were saying, this is saying now when I graduated, well, hip hop's not gonna last, it ain't gonna last. And I was just like, oh, okay. And this was at the time when funk was dying out, even disco was dying out. We were headed toward new wave, punk. These type of things were taking over the music industry. Rock and roll was changing. Rock and roll was dying. You know what I'm saying? Per se, it was soon to become just punk and then alternative rock. So all these things were dying, but hip hop was just hip hop and hip hop. That's what it was, and it was fresh. It was new. The Adventures of Super Rhyme. You know, basically at this one time you had The Adventures of Super Rhyme by Jimmy Spicer. You had King Tim III, Personality Jock by Fat Band Band, and you had Rapper's Delight by Sugar Hill Gang. And those three, for me, were the first three rap songs or hip hop songs that I ever heard that I knew for sure. Now there's questions, debate about like the first original rap song, but that's a whole nother, you know.
Yeah.
For what we
go on,
consider, exactly. But
that.
that was what it was, and you know, I found it extremely fascinating, and you know, Flashdance comes out and takes breaking all across the world, and from that movie and Wild Style, that actually, because I didn't know a lot of things. I had to go through movies and books to find out about the culture. You know what I mean? I had moved down here. I was from Cincinnati, and then I moved down here to Texas. But that's how, you know, I wasn't in New York. I wasn't in the Bronx or anything like that. Peace Boogie down always, because you know that's what all, you know. If it wasn't for them.
Yeah, Mr. Magic, big ups.
All
of
Mr.
Magic, you know?
Man, Marley, KR. I mean, just Cool Herc. First of all, you gotta just Cool Herc is yeah. But yeah, so you know, these people paved the way for us. You know, Bambaataa, and here we are today. You know, even Rapper's Delight. You know, Malcolm McLaren, Phil Lyman, I think that's his name. With Time Bomb, with Africa Bambaataa. You know, you look at, check out, like, go back and look at Flash and them, and, you know, Melly Mel, and you look the way they dress punk. You know, that was the connection between punk and hip-hop at that time. People don't really realize it, but, you know, the way that we dressed, you know, some of the ideas that we got about dress came from punk. You know, you look at the leather, some of the wristband, you know, just hats, and it's all punk.
Yeah,
you know, so,
let's see. Do you have any favorite groups today? Favorite recording artists?
Yeah, I like oh God, what's this guy? What's his name? Stimuli. Shy Stimuli. I like him. I like from here, Co-op, Bunny and Rapture. I love them. Legendary Fritz. I've always thought he was a powerful MC. And these are just groups I don't even from here, except for Shy Stimuli. He's from I think Detroit, if I'm mistaken. But Psycho Realm out of California. To me, they're like the Chicano or Mexican or Latin Public Enemy. You know, they're really some powerful brothers, powerful group. Sixth Symphony, all those cats. Gotta say peace to them. DJ Lethal, all of them cats. They're crazy nice. Real nice to me. I mean, like I know them personally, so you know, they just keep it going and they keep it really real. You know what I mean? So I really love them. But yeah, man, it's a lot of, you know, a lot of cats that just deserve so much praise. There's this cat from Dallas called Megazar.
Okay, I haven't heard Megazar yet.
Fresh Megazar. Megazar. Not a lot of people have heard of him, but I'm all over that. Yeah,
okay,
Megazar,
okay.
just keeps him real fresh. So, but yeah, man, you know, there's truly. I mean, Louis Logic. I've always liked him. I've liked the cat from all the brand new from Grand Poobah, you know, Sadat, Jamal, all them cats. Smith and Wesson still love. I still like, you know, like I think OC still doing that, like him. Grandmaster Caz. To me, Grandmaster Caz is the greatest MC of all time. I had to make sure you understand what I'm saying. Like, I really do think that he is one of the greatest MCs of all time.
Man. Would you like to announce what radio station you're at and the times that people could catch you?
No doubt. My show comes on every Saturday from 5 to 7 on KNON 89.3 FM. The name of the show is Knowledge Drop Less is Taught Volume 2. And you can also, well, like if you're in the car, you just tune into KNON 89.3 here in Dallas. If you're out of this stratosphere, you can check us out on www.knon.org and just type it in the internet and you'll get a list of the programming. My show is 8 to 9 Central Time. Okay, we'll keep it out. Just like feel the flavor. Just some
Yo, it's my man Easy Eddie D.
Peace.
We out. Peace.